Hello and thank you for coming to the McWaters Effect. I'm your host, Matt. Today I'm looking at a video from CNN and they're talking about the audit that's going to be going on in Georgia. But first, I need you to hit like and subscribe. Helps the channel grow. Now let's take a look at this video. Alright guys, before I start reading what's down here, before I start reading what's down here, I'm going to have to change some words so they don't take me off of YouTube. So just bear with me. Selection official on how Fulton County audit differs from Arizona effort. Georgia selection official Gabriel Sterling talks to CNN Pamela Brown about the upcoming Fulton County ballet audit that will take place after the judge rules that absentee ballets could be unsealed for parties looking to examine them for evidence of fun. The audit will not lead to Georgia's selection results, which have already been certified for President Joe Biden, being overturned. What that means is it doesn't really matter what comes up on this audit. They're not going to overturn the selection. Okay? It's not going to change anything. It's already been certified. It's going to stay the way it is. But the point of doing the audit is to find out what happened, how they did it, and try to prevent it from happening again. All right, guys, let's go ahead and watch the video.
Why is your boss, the Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, seemingly supporting this? I mean, he was the target of Trump. As we know, he has stood by the integrity of the election in Georgia. He says Fulton County has a longstanding history of election mismanagement that has understandably weakened voters' faith in its system. Allowing this audit provides another layer of transparency and citizen engagement. Why is he supporting this?
What we said from day one is that all Georgians should follow their due process laws, which is exactly what is being done here. We follow the law then, we're following the law now. That's the main thing about this. And guess what? A judge has ordered this. So we're going to follow what the law says. This is unlike Arizona, where the state Senate willy-nilly kind of did this and handed it off to a third party, and they were looking for cuckoo crazy town stuff. I get that. But this is a valid lawsuit. We have to follow the law. And that's what's going to happen here. Now, we are going to try to make sure this is an actual audit. What's happening in Arizona isn't. An audit means everybody is looking at it. You set up the rules beforehand. You say, we all agree that this is what this means, and this is what this outcome is. We can't hand it off to, like, random people who claim to be auditors with no election experience, who are the thing in Arizona, and the thing with some people here, if it gets handed off to them directly, which I don't think it will be, is they are preternaturally disposed to finding things that are normal processes and saying, aha, this is the fraud. Because they're going to want to find it. If they don't find it, they're going to intellectually manufacture it. And they're going to go on to other news organizations that will then pump these things up into things that aren't real, which is what we're seeing in Arizona, and that's our fear.
How can you ensure that won't happen in Georgia?
Because what we're going to try to do is make sure the rules are set up on the front. I haven't seen the judge's written order yet. He's just spoken from the bench so far, what I've seen. I think we'll probably see that on Monday or Tuesday. Our general counsel, the Attorney General of Georgia's office was there and said, we want to be a part of this process to make sure that they do follow all of the chain of custody laws, that nobody's left with ballots alone, that we decide what are they actually looking for. They can't make up things as they go, which seems to be what's happening in Arizona, but sort of change the things, trying to do efficiency improvements, which is not how audits work.
All right, guys, the mainstream media is already starting with their crap trying to delegitimize this audit. They've been doing that with Arizona, and they've been attacking that like crazy. And they're going to do the same thing with this once they start finding issues with the vote. It's going to happen. I've noticed, though, they haven't talked about New Hampshire and the machines messing up there. Why haven't they talked about that? You know why? It's because they're trying to hide that beneath of other stuff. They're not talking about the primary that happened in Pennsylvania a week ago where the machines messed up. They're not talking about any of the selection stuff that's going on in New Hampshire, Pennsylvania. And when they talk about Arizona, they talk about it like it's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. People that are down there are crazy and making stuff up. And that's not the case. Even this Republican, Gabriel Sterling, is trying to say that about that. He's an establishment Republican. We need to get him out of office, just like we need to get his boss out of office, the governor out of office of Georgia, and all of them. As you can see, the mainstream media is doing their thing, trying to delegitimize all these audits that are going on. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. Hit like and subscribe. Helps the channel grow. Peace.